Hi, welcome back to my channel. We are now in part 4 of our English Grammar for first graders. Now, let me try to open. Okay, it's already open. So, we need to proceed with our lesson now. So, we are in mechanics, book titles. Okay, so when we write book titles, we have to begin the first word of a book title with a capital letters. Okay, big letters. All right, begin other important words in the title with a capital letter. So we have example here. We have an example here. Caps for sale. If you can see, it says here other important words. The important words here are caps and sale. Okay, for is not really that important, but it is needed for that title to be complete, okay, or to be completed. All right, if you can see here, the important words begin with capital letter. Example, caps. All right, it begins with letters, capital C, and then sale, it begins with capital S. So, yeah, this is what we mean. The book titles need to have a capital letter at the beginning and the important words. Okay, so let's have practice. Write each title correctly. All right, so if you can see here, all are in small letters. So now let's change it into type text and change the color so that we can have beautiful color. All right, now let's proceed. Okay, if you can see here, this is a book title number 1, My Dog's the Best. So the important words here, let's identify my. All right, so that's the important word. Another, okay, so apostrophe and the is not really that important, but it is needed to connect the book title or the sentence. And important word is best and exclamation mark. All right, you see there? Okay, my dog's the best. Next word, sitting in my box. Okay, so let's identify. So sitting is at the beginning, so this is important. In is not really that, and my, okay, so it's important. And next word, box. Okay, next. All right, next, day at the, okay, zoo. All right, if you can see there, at the is not really the important, but it's needed. Okay. All right, next, where's the cat? Okay, where's the, okay, cat? Okay, question mark. Next, Max in school. Max in school. All right. How about this? Can you do it? Okay. Red fox. Okay, great job. And the second from the last one is good night, moon. Okay, let's do it. Good night, moon. All right. And the last one, this is important because it's also at the beginning, but if it's in the middle, so you can use it in small letter, but now we have to use the capital letter, the little, all right, red hen. Okay, so you see the difference. All right, you have seen the titles are okay. We are using the capital letters, and most importantly, the most important words in each book title should be in capital letters. All right, okay. Can you read it? Good job. All right. Wonderful. Where's the cat? Okay, next. The last one. Okay, very good. Now let's proceed to the next page. Okay, now we are going to learn about library. We have definitions and feature. A library has books. Okay, have you been to the library? Okay, so if you can observe there, library has a lot of books. A library has newspapers, magazines, tapes, and computers too. All right. Books that tell stories are called fiction. Okay, remember that books that tell stories are called fiction, but not all, because the Bible has full of stories, has a lot of stories. However, the stories in the Bible are not fiction. So, not all books, but mostly books that tell stories are called fiction. They are arranged in ABC order by the author's last name. Okay? Books that tell facts. Okay, a while ago, this one talks about stories, so it's fiction. But a book that tells about facts are called non-fiction. It means it's true. Fiction is not true. Non-fiction is true. Okay? They are grouped by topic. Next, a library has dictionaries and encyclopedias. They are kept in the where reference section. Now let's have a practice. It says here, draw a circle around the answer to each question. Okay. Number 1, let's change it into circle. What kind of book tells a story about a talking hippo? All right, a talking hippo. So is it fiction or non-fiction? Okay, it is fiction. Very good. Number 2, what kind of book gives facts about cats? Facts about cats. True. Okay, non-fiction. Very good. And the last one, what kind of book would you find in the reference section? Is it fiction or encyclopedia? Okay, very good. So, there you are. Okay, fiction, non-fiction, and encyclopedia. Very good. So now let's proceed to our next topic. Diagram. Definition and feature. A diagram is a special drawing. Okay, remember that. You can see here. Okay, so a diagram is a special drawing. It shows the parts of something. It can show how something works. All right. The title tells what the diagram is about. Labels name the parts of the diagram. So this is the diagram that we call, and then this is the title. If you can see here, tells what the diagram is about. So our diagram now is about sailboats. And the labels, so we have here the names. These are what we call label. Okay, so if you can see here, this part is the sail, okay, part of the boat. At the front, this is the bow, and at the back of the boat, the stern, and the below is the anchor. So, all right, I will let you see the diagram again. I'll give you 5 seconds. Okay, let's have practice. Use the diagram to answer the questions. Okay, so let me change it to type text. It says here, use the diagram to answer the questions. Number 1, what is the front of the boat called? Okay, so what is that? All right, the bow. Next, what is the back of the boat's called? This is the back. What's that? It's the Okay. The stern. All right. What does the wind blow against? Okay, what does the wind blow against? What do you think? Okay, the sail. The last one. What could you use to keep the boat in one spot? Okay, we have the, all right, the anchor. Okay, great. So, yeah, you did a great job. Once more, what is the front of the boat called? The bow. What is the back of the boat called? The stern. What does the wind blow against? The sail. And what could you use to keep the boat in one spot? The anchor. All right, you did a great job. Next, we have schedule. We have definitions and feature. A schedule is a kind of chart, right? It shows things that will happen in time order. Okay, do you have schedule in your daily routine? It says here, it shows things that will happen in time order. Okay, a schedule can show the things someone will do in a day or a week. All right, let's observe the schedule of Mr. Green's class. Morning, so we have at 9 a.m. they have show and tell. 9:30 there will be reading. 10:30 writing. 11 the break time or recess, and 11:30 going to the library, and the last here is a lunch at 12 noon. All right, I'll give you 5 seconds to look at Mr. Green's class schedule. Okay, now let's have practice. Use the schedule to answer the questions. Okay, type text. All right, what happens at 9? You can see there. What happens at 9 a.m.? It says show and tell. Very good. How about number 2? What time does the class go to the library? What time does the class go to the library at? 11:30. Okay, very good. 11:30 a.m. Which comes first, reading or writing? Okay, which is first? Is it reading? Reading or writing? Okay, good. It's reading. Okay, and the last one? Okay, the last one is, what does the class do just before lunch? Okay, just before lunch. This one is lunch. So before lunch, go to the library. Okay, library. All right. Okay, you did a great job. Okay, so this is what we call the schedule in time order. Okay, with time order. So now we are done with that. Now let's proceed to the next part. Okay. For the next part is timeline. So schedule is, we are done with schedule now in timeline. Okay, we have the timeline there. A timeline shows when things happened. Okay, you read a timeline from left to right. Okay, I think we have to change this into, because this is common noun, so we have to change that into, okay, I'm sorry about that. Okay, next. Timeline definitions and feature. A timeline shows when things happened. You read a timeline from the left to right. This is Anna's week. Okay. So Anna's week is on Monday. she went to the store. Okay, on Tuesday, she went to see grandma. On Wednesday, she rode bike in the park. On Thursday, she went to the farm, and on Friday, she played with Suki. So that's the timeline of Anna. All right. Now, let's have a practice. But before that, I'll give you 10 seconds to look at the timeline of Anna's. Okay, your 10 seconds is up. The timeline shows a part of Anna's week. Use it to answer the question. Number 1. Okay, what day did Anna visit grandma? It's on. All right, it's on what day? Okay, it's on Tuesday. Very good. Now, number 2. What did Anna do on Thursday? So on Thursday, let's see. Anna went to, okay, on Thursday, Anna went to the farm. Okay, Anna went to the farm. Okay, okay, so went to the farm. Next, okay, let me try to expand it if I can. All right, I think it's not expanding. Okay, number 3. When did Anna ride her bike? You can see here. When is that? Okay, it's on. Okay, it's on Wednesday. Okay, sorry. It's on Wednesday. Okay, so you see there, that's what we call timeline. All right, next, let's proceed to the next part. Dictionary. Do you have dictionary in the house or at your school? Okay. A dictionary is a book. It tells what words mean, okay? The words in the dictionary are called entry words. So we have here, these are the words. Baby, baked, banana. These are entry words. They are arranged in ABC order, okay? There are 2 guide words. We have 2 guide words here, baby and banana. At the top of the page, they tell first and last word on the page. So the first word in the page is baby. The last word in the page is banana. So a simple sentence shows how to use the word. Okay, I mean a sample sentence shows how to use the word. Now, again, these are guide words. What are the guide words? The first word is the first word of the page, and the last word, I mean banana is the last word, baby is the first word of the page, banana is the last word of the page. And these are what we call guide words. So entry words are the words given in the dictionary: baby, bake, and banana. So a baby has a meaning: a very young child or animal. My little sister is still a baby. So this is the sample sentence. My little sister is still a baby. We have another. Next word, bake. To cook in the oven. All right. So the sample sentence here is, Dad will bake a cake. So you see the word there, bake. Dad will bake a cake. Next, the last word is banana. A yellow fruit. This one is banana. A yellow fruit. Okay, I like to eat banana pie. Do you like to eat banana pie? Okay, so this one, I like to eat banana pie, is the example sentence. There. Okay, so have you understood what is a dictionary already? All right, if you have some words that you cannot understand and you want to understand, excuse me, you just have to go to the dictionary. All right, because it is organized. It starts from A, B until C. Okay, so now let's have practice. Use the dictionary page to answer the question. Okay, let's change it to type text. Number 1, what does a dictionary tell you? Okay, the meaning of words. All right, so that's the dictionary tells us the meaning of words. How about which word is the name of a fruit? Here, which word is the name of a fruit? What do you think? We have, yes, banana. Okay, let's type banana. Okay, read the entry words. How many are there? We have entry words. How many are there? We have 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we have 3 words. All right. How about, okay, how about number 4? Read the sample sentence for bake. Okay, this one for bake. Dad will bake a cake. Okay, let's copy that. Okay, here. Dad will bake a cake. What are the guide words for this page? Okay, what are the guide words? We have baby, and banana. Okay, let's copy that. Okay, baby and banana. Okay, let's try to baby and banana. Okay, so this is what we call dictionaries. Are you familiar with dictionary already? Okay, great. Let's proceed. Okay, let's proceed to the next lesson. We have card and catalog. Definition and features again. The card catalog. Okay, we have here card catalog. We have card catalog has information about all the books in the library. So when you enter the library, you need to have card catalog. Okay, because it has information about all the books in the library. Some card catalogs are on the computer. So, yeah. Each book has a title card. We have here title card, an author card. We have here an author card, and a subject card. We have a subject card. All right. If you can see in the cards, we have the call number. The call number can help you find the book. Okay, so the call number can help you find the book. Now, all right, so if you can observe here, each book again has a title card. When we say title card, example, the title of the book that you are looking for is A Dog's Body. So you need a title card. And then you need to have the author card. So who is the author of A Dog's Body? It is Cole Joanna or Joanna Cole. And what is the subject of the book? Okay, the subject of the book is dog. So, yeah, that is a subject card, title card, and author card. Okay, I'll give you 10 seconds to look at these cards. Now, let's have a practice. Use the cards above to answer these questions. Okay, what is the title of the book? Okay, what is the title of the book? Okay, okay, let's change it into type text. Dog's body. Okay, very good. How about what is the subject of the book? Subject is dogs. Who is the author of this book? It's Joanna Cole. Joanna Cole. Okay, so it's already complete. Okay, okay, sorry, it's misspelled. Okay, Dog's Body. What is the title of the book? Dog's Body. The subject of the book? Dogs. And the author of the book is Joanna Cole. So let's proceed to the last page. Computer. Okay, are you using computer in your house? We are now in definition and features. You can use a computer to type. Right, we have computer to type. Then you can print out what you type. So, all right, you can print out what you type. If you want to have printed copies, so you can print it out. Each letter has a key. You press the key to type the letter, okay? Each letter has a key. You press the letter to type. You press the key to type the letter. All the keys are on the keyboard. Okay, we have keyboard here. So, the delete key lets you erase what you wrote. So if there are words that you want to be corrected, so you need to erase. All right, so you have to use delete. And the last one, the mouse lets you move around the computer. If you can see here, it's moving. This is what we call the mouse pointer. So we have mouse here. So how can I show? Yeah, we have mouse here. Okay. Now, all right, so we have print. We can print out. We have key here. So, and we have keyboard here. And then we have the mouse. So let's have practice. Use the computer screen to answer this question. So what sentence is typed on the screen? What do you think? Here is the screen. What sentence? All right, this is fun. Okay, so let's try to write it. Okay, oh no, so let me try to write it. This is fun. Okay, let me see. Very good. How well, what do you use to type letters on the screen? Type letters on the screen. So we have, okay, keyboard. All right, keyboard. And what do you use to move around the computer screen? Okay, to move around the computer screen, it is mouse. Okay, so we're done for tonight, and I hope you have learned something. So see you in our next next video or next lesson in part 5. However, before I end, let me read you a verse. Okay, so that's what I have promised. Okay, so let me read you a verse. It's in Acts 16:31, and they replied, "Believe on the Lord Jesus, and you will be saved, and you and your household." So that's the end of our lesson for tonight, and see you next time. Bye bye. Have a good day.